Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today we are going to talk about American politics, and we're going to talk about specifically where we are as a nation in context to understanding what just happened with the 2024 U.S. presidential election. So first of all, I want to thank you. I've been, doing American politics commentary through this last election, and it was pretty incredible. I really enjoyed myself, right? So one, I'm not a sports guy. But I am definitely a political wonk, and I am invested in how the country is going, and I want the country to do well. But man, oh man, am I here for the show, right? Like, I watch politics the same way many people watch football, right? For the spectacle, for the show of it, right? And I love the political show, right? That, boy, man, oh man, did we have some political theater in this last election. So one, thank you for letting me enjoy this with you and give you my commentary. And I appreciate everybody who's come on here and listened to a single video. Astonishingly, there are people who have listened to all the videos, for literally hundreds of my videos, and I'm extremely thankful for that. So thank you. So one of the things I wanted to talk about right now is where do we land with this election, because it's pretty astounding, right? So one, I have an extremely strong understanding of American politics that comes from a few different things. First and foremost, I have a degree in political science, and so I'm not just kind of talking out my two cheeks back there. This is grounded in a literal degree, right? Like, so I start my political commentary with knowledge that I got from my bachelor's in political science, right? So I'm knowledgeable of what I'm speaking. The next one is I'm super smart. So actually, so I have knowledge. So my intellect is high. My emotional range is engaged in what I'm learning, and my spiritual range is engaged in what I'm learning, and that's truly unique. That makes me special, right? Because one, I'll tell you right now, if you're an atheist or agnostic, you have no ability to understand American politics, none, because American politics are alien to atheism and agnosticism. And frankly, I think if you don't understand Christianity at an extremely high level, you have no hope of understanding American politics. And I didn't realize this, but I think at this point, I don't need to try to prove this to you. If you don't understand that American politics are an ingredient baked to the core into American politics, you're not paying attention, right? The whole ball of wax. Like right now, I think if you tell anybody you're not a Christian, I don't even think you can get elected, right? I think you can count the number of atheists, agnostics, or anyone of any other religion. Like, you can count them on one hand, right? American Christianity is extremely fundamental to American Christianity. But I did want to say, so I'm bringing my intellect, my emotions, and my spirituality to understanding American politics. All of those are top tier, levels, right? And then I'm bringing a degree, but then I also have a few other resources. And I'm not even going to be able to list them all here. I'll just list one more. I have this sleeper agent, right? I have this guy who I've been trying to understand American politics for my whole life. There's a guy I know who has a degree in something else, right? And does not approach learning American politics in the method that I do, but I think might know more than me. And recently, I've been able to get like his direction on a lot of stuff and look at things that I normally didn't. And so one of the things that's interesting is I have for a long time believed that American politics were rock solid, right? And the reason, and it's my Wawa blueberry coffee idea. I'm like, hey, we can't be that close to the collapse of the nation if I can go to Wawa and I can buy blueberry coffee and 5 other flavors, right? Wouldn't all that have broken down? Wouldn't we be in barter town, right? Like, wouldn't Tina Turner be wearing feathers on her head, and and people are trading huge amounts of things for a single bullet? Like, if we have all this, if things are so good, we can't be that far away from a complete breaking and sundering of the nation. But man, oh man, was I wrong. We are pretty close. We there's some problems. There is some serious problems, and let's talk about those. Okay, so what are the problems? So one, and this comes from that sleeper agent that I have, this person who's kind of like giving me a different view of American politics that I really haven't had before. And he said, okay, the country came, one of these I knew, the other one I didn't. But so somebody tried to assassinate President Trump, right? Like literally tried to put one through his head, right? And actually came, and if it had been 2 inches, actually the Democrats actually say a single inch, right? If it had been a single inch to the left, oh man, that's ironic, then it would have been over, right? And here's the kicker, man. If that dude had been successful in eliminating the life of Donald Trump, Civil War, A24 American Civil War, done, right? You're right there, right? The other issue, and this is my humble opinion, if they had not called the election on the night of, and we all woke up and they said they're still counting in Maricopa County, Civil War, A24 Civil War, A24 Civil War, blood in the streets. We were that close. We just passed two junctures where this country was a centimeter away from civil war, right? And so I think it's important to understand that and acknowledge that, right? That everything could be great and it could all go to heck in a handbasket overnight, right? And I do believe that Civil War would have been far, I think, tell me if I'm wrong here, the number on American lives lost is 750,000 in the American Civil War. It was, Americans don't play, man. We don't do anything one cheek, right? We go to Civil War, it's on like Donkey Kong, man. You want to see a lot of blood in the streets, right? And so, and I think if we go to Civil War again, it'll be way worse than the last one. Way worse than the last one, right? So that's that, and that's the issue, right? Is I did want to take a minute and just be like, we literally dodged 2 specific junctures, right, where we were extremely close to a civil war. Thank God above we didn't get into it. But I did want to just take a moment to say, that's where we are right now. Things are fraught. Now, I think we're past the point of danger, and I don't think we really can. And in my humble opinion, in fact, every single word you just heard was my humble opinion. The important part is when I get to hear your humble opinion, when you get in the comments and send your traffic. Please consider liking, subscribing, and have a fetch millennium.